Hey, breadheads and breadcrumbs, it's me, your boy, Ahmed Loves Bread. Your boy is bunned up. Hey, we're starting the new year with a new bun. Who am I? New year, new me. Before we begin this episode, I have a couple announcements to make. I am back on tour just for a little bit, and then I'm going to be taking a break. But I will be in San Jose January 22nd. I will be in Sacramento January 23rd, San Francisco January 26th. And then I will be back for a little bit, and then hitting the PNW. I'll be in Portland January 31st. February 1st and February 2nd, I will be in Seattle. Definitely check that out. And then lastly, I'll be in Vancouver February 7th. So these are my last dates of the last, breadhead tour. And then we'll be taking a break. So definitely keep an eye out for more tour dates later in the year. But in the meantime, just keep enjoying this podcast. Keep sending it to your friends, liking, subscribe. Thank you so much. And enjoy the episode. Welcome to another episode of MondayFundayPodcast. I'm your host, Ahmed Al-kadri. And if you could speak Arabic, Ahmed Al-kadri. Guys, I am back after a long hiatus. This is for you, Anne. Now we know the podcast officially started. Man, it's been a crazy few months. Last episode that was recorded was probably like late October, and I think we released it November 4th. That was with Ben Brainerd. Check it out. It was a great episode. And then after the East Coast tour, I just took a break from just recording the podcast. To be honest, I was so broke at that point. I ended up just like couldn't even afford the money to just pay for the studio time. That's how bad it was. That's why I asked you guys to support the Patreon. It helps me pay for the studio time and stuff. My Patreon is just go patreon.com/MondayFundayPodcast. But just start off the episode begging your fans for money. But I am in a better place mentally. This episode is releasing January 6th. It's not January 6th yet because I'm right now storming the Capitol as we speak. So stupid. But no, I am it's like right now I just got back from my West Coast / mountain region tour. It is December 23rd. I'm recording this, but I really wanted to get on this podcast and just talk to you guys and really start 2025 on a good note. I'm going to be real with you guys. This year was tough for me. I've never career-wise has been one of the most mentally draining, tough moments ever. I will say this. The good part is that I have reaffirmed myself how strong I am as a stand-up comedian. I really am a good comedian. I'm really excited about this new hour I'm working on. And to the people who came out to any of my shows this year, for example, Sadia, who listens to the podcast from Toronto, shout out to her. Lindsay from Arizona, shout out to her. I know she listens to the pod. Andy from Illinois, and the editor, the wonderful editor. There's so many other people who listen to the podcast and much more. Oh, the Patreon subscribers. Thank y'all all so much. I don't have the list of names on me, but you know who you are. I really am grateful for everything that I've accomplished this year so far, and all the people that I've met, and all the people who have supported me on this journey. I will be real with you guys. I want to say last week or 5 days ago, I was on the road, and it was my last tour. We did Irvine, Vegas, and then we did Denver, and then we did Arizona and San Diego, and those shows were great. There were more quality over quantity. It was literally the week before Christmas, so it was hard to sell tickets, but hey, the people who did show up, we had a great show. Again, I know I'm a good comedian. That's why they're like, how are you able to crush in front of a room of 17 people? And I'm like, because in the last tour, my East Coast tour, this was one of the lowest points. I had 6 tickets sold. One of them was this total lady that I wish never showed up. So it was literally 5 ticket like purchasers and 1 like annoying heckler that was just like the worst person ever. And I still had a decent set. But yeah, it was Buffalo, New York. I just did not sell well. It was pretty low point. In the East Coast tour, it was the weekend before the election. New York City started off well, but then I had Philly, Richmond, Pittsburgh, and Buffalo, and I lost money on all of them. Buffalo, I lost so much money that I owed the venue money, and the manager was so sweet about it, because the manager was just like, listen, like, I'm so sorry for the low ticket sales. We tried advertising on our own as well, but like, it's the Buffalo game, and the Buffalo Bills are playing at 4 p.m. This is the first time in 2 years that they're playing in the afternoon. I was like, yeah, and this is a big football city. So yeah, it was tough. But hey, we got through it. I was in such a low point. I called Preacher Lawson, a friend of mine, a very funny comedian, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And he was just like, he's a veteran comedian. If y'all don't know Preacher Lawson, definitely check him out. He's absolutely hilarious. I gotta have him on the pod sometime if he's ever in town. But yeah, he was just telling me like, dude, right now the business just sucks. The business sucks. Oh, okay. Great timing. But he goes, the business sucks, and then the industry is gonna get better, and then it's gonna suck again. But it's like, you just keep going. He gave me some other good advice, and yeah, it was very comforting to just call a veteran comedian, just like, I don't want to say bitch, but like very like just reach out, because I wasn't in a great place. I'm just rattling for now, but I'm trying my best to like be very structured as possible. But hey, guys, we're starting off this pod pretty strong, because your boy is bunned up. New year, new me. What? Look at that. I didn't have a hair tie, so I used a rubber band, and it's about to fall off. Look at this. If I pull it out, oh no, hair's already coming out. I'm sure it's normal though, but my hair is so like dry, not dry, but like I put some conditioner last night, and now it's sticking to it. I don't think I even need a rubber band anymore. All right, I'll just leave it like this. Yeah, but so just to catch up with you guys, I was in a pretty low place last week. It was like I was doing the road, and it wasn't as bad as Buffalo, New York, but I just wanted to sell more than I expected, and I wasn't selling as much as I did, and you know, you're alone and on the road. Even though I had my boy David Jackson, but it was like I felt all the pressure getting to me, and then I like posted on Threads. I just put, I'm the biggest failure of 2024, and it wasn't like a please make me feel better or like a virtual signaling. I was just like, I truly believed in it, and I just needed to like just release it, you know, or get it out there, because I was just so frustrated because. This year I like released a YouTube special that barely anybody watched. It's not even at 10K views. It's only at like 8.5. I didn't sell out any shows. Anne is gonna argue with me. She said I sold out Chicago. Technically, it was like 43 out of like 47, so I didn't really sell out. And then I didn't sell any shows. Like, didn't get any viral videos. Didn't get like I felt like career-wise, I've been stagnant. If anything, I regressed. And while like, but that's just outside of social media. In social media. But outside of social media, I've gotten a lot better in stand-up, you know, and it's just a lot, you know, other aspects of my have gotten better, I guess. But I tend to beat myself up a lot. A lot of my friends tell me that I'm a big bully to myself. That's something I'm working on, and I need to get better at not bullying myself. But hey, who cares? After the East Coast tour, I was at a loss for money, but I did sell the rest of my Bitcoins. So I was able to afford this awesome vacation. I went to Berlin to visit my girlfriend. And then after Berlin, we went to India. And India was so much fun. It was like, I was there for a week. A lot of traveling in India, but because we were in New Delhi for a wedding for a couple days, and then we flew to Jaipur. Then we were there for a couple hours. The next morning we flew to Udaipur, stayed at Udaipur for like a day or two, or a day and a half, and then we flew to Kochi, but we had to stop in Bangalore, and then after Kochi we like went straight back to, like, I flew from like India back to New Delhi to Berlin to back to LA. It was a lot of traveling, and my back still hurts, but India was a lot of fun. It was my friend Dhruv. He got married, and it was my first Indian wedding in India, which was awesome. The experience was great. I will say India reaffirmed a lot of stereotypes, but also broke a lot of stereotypes. Like, on one hand, it reaffirmed the stereotype where, like, you'll just see a cow in the middle of the street, and a cow was just crossing the street. I'm gonna send the video to Anne so she could just put it on for the viewers. But there was a cow in the middle of the street. We saw a goat just chilling there. It was funny. We saw a goat tied to like some little rail or scaffolding rail, and then we went to a restaurant. We had goat biryani, and then we left, and then the goat was gone. Yeah, the wedding was a lot of fun. It wasn't a 4-day wedding, so it was like, I've seen some Indian weddings do it where they would have like the festivities or the celebration. So instead of like 1 day at a time, they would just pack it into 2 days. So they'll have like one in the morning, one in the night, one in the morning, one at night. And that was a lot of fun. Like, we got to, I think in the morning, I think it was called the haldi. We were all wearing yellow, and then we're throwing, like, it was like turmeric paste, and we're putting it on Dhruv, like on the groom, putting on, and then he like dipped his hand in the turmeric paste and threw it on her face. And my skin was shining after I showered. And then we did a choreographed dance. I think I still have the video. I'll send it to you, Anne, when I get a chance. But it was cool. Not to brag, but your boy was the best one. I'm a pretty good dancer. That's something y'all don't know about me. But one day you guys will meet me at a show, and after the show, you'll be like, hey, let's go to a club. Let's hit the dance floor. And I'm going to show you my dance moves. I'm pretty good. I ripped the dance floor. It was a lot of fun. It was just a trip. There was this one short little Indian dude at the wedding who was hitting on every girl ever. It was like a very old, short little Indian man who was just like drunk, and he kept doing this. I think it was like a flute. It was representing a flute, which is, I guess, the god of love or something like that. and then yeah, he got a little too close to all the ladies, and like all of the husbands and boyfriends are just like pulling our dates. We're like, hey, all right, calm down, sir. He was cool. He was my dance partner, honestly. And then what else was my favorite in India? But that was like also something that broke my stereotype. Like, I didn't realize how big India was. Like, I knew it was big, but I didn't really like experience how big India was. It's 26 states. Everyone speaks multiple languages over there. When I was in North India, or just all India in general, everyone just thought I was Indian. Except my hair is what gave it away, because I have curly hair. In North India, they kept saying Gurguru Bal, which means curly hair. And it was very confusing, because a lot of people are like, well, he does have brown skin and a brown face or facial features, but he doesn't have the silky Indian hair. You know? There was one guy who touched my hair, which was interesting. And I don't like it when people touch my hair, but it was very sweet. It was just like this. He touched it and he goes, and then he walks away. Um, what else? What else was like my favorite like thing? What one of my favorite moments was we were in Udaipur. Um we were getting a tourist, or what was it? Not a tourist. Yeah, we were taking a tour in a palace, and the tour guide spoke English pretty well. But my favorite was he said one certain word in an Indian accent that I just can't get out of my head, because he was like, "This over here is Muhammad Raj Singh. They took over the palace after they obtained independence." In my head, I was like, now every time the way he says independence, my favorite word ever that in an Indian accent to say. Because I was like, dude, every time he gets like an abundance, I was like in my head, I was like, an abundance. And now I'm like driving alone in my car. And I'm like, an abundance. I love saying words in different accents. It's like a brain massage, you know? It's like when you're by yourself and you start speaking in a British accent, like, hello, how are you? Did you receive my letter? So it's a nice Tuesday. It's like a brain massage. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not canceled for making fun of the Indian accent. But at this point, everyone does. I got a couples massage for me and my girlfriend. And this was in Kochi. We were in South India. And I wanted to just, get a treat. So I got us a couple massage. And again, we've been traveling, especially me. I've been nonstop traveling. So I really needed this massage more than her. All I remember was I finished the massage and I got up and my back was feeling better. My neck felt better. And I was like, this is the greatest massage I've ever had. And my girlfriend's looking at me like with her arms crossed, like, really? Really? It's the best massage you've ever had? And I was like, yeah, what's the matter, woman? Okay. And I was like, yeah, this is the best massage ever. And she goes, honey, during the massage, you fell asleep not even 2 seconds in. Like 20 seconds in, you fell asleep and you were snoring the whole time. You snored so loud. I was like, what? Really? She's like, yeah, you were really snoring so loud. And at one point, you stopped snoring like this. And it was quiet for a few seconds, but all of a sudden, you let out the biggest fart ever. And she was like, I'm getting this massage and I'm just embarrassed that I'm with this man right over here. And I was like, I couldn't stop laughing. She was embarrassed. The more I was laughing, the madder she was getting. And I was like, I don't know why you're angry, because that's hilarious. And I was like, I didn't remember anything. All I remember is I was extremely relaxed. And honestly, I farted. Maybe she like just went deep into my gut or something. I'm blaming her. I'm blaming the massage therapist. I'm not even blaming myself. I'm not holding myself accountable. And I was embarrassed a little bit. So after we finished, like, we went to, I went to it was like these two Filipino ladies, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And I tipped them really well. And I go, I'm sorry for falling asleep and more. And then I'm like walking back and they're both like giggling. Like, I love the way little Asian women giggle. They're just like this. And I'm like walking backwards, and then I just turn around and I like look at them and I stop and I go, I love you so much. And then I turned around and ran away. I was so embarrassed after I saw them. But yeah, it was pretty awkward. What was even more awkward, that couples massage was at a like a nice 5-star hotel in Kochi. And then we went shopping the next day, and I swear to God, this is literally what the place is called. It's called Jewtown. Jew Town. Just called Jewtown. And you go there, and it's like a nice shopping district. And we went there to go shopping. Not gonna lie, we had to haggle at every store. The name speaks for itself, guys. But no, it was just like, everywhere you go, you just have to haggle for your price and all that. After that, Ali and Tahleel, one of my best friends, Ali and his wife Tahleel, were with us. And it was us four, me, my girlfriend, and Ali and Tahlil, and we were like, oh, let's go to. Ali's like, oh, let's go to like it's like a very South Indian like traditional like massage place. I was like, okay, fine, 2 massages in a row, and obviously we didn't do couples massages this time. We all had our own room, and it was like the guys had a male massage therapist and the women had female massage therapists. I mean, I didn't like that experience because it was in a rundown place. It wasn't like, it didn't have nice music or anything. You know, you just heard cats fighting outside. And the guy who I had barely spoke English, he's like, just lay down. And they gave me this little like underwear that's basically see-through. So I had to go naked, but put on this like nice little cotton underwear. And they didn't even have towels. I swear to God, they had like old bed sheets that were ripped apart, and that was your towel. And the guy rubs me in, I think, castor oil, and he's giving me a massage. It was a good massage, but the thing is, like, again, it was a shitty place. So there was a mosquito in the freaking room, and it was biting me the whole time. So I couldn't even enjoy it. It bit my lip at one point. Like, I just had a big old Kylie Jenner lip. And I kept telling him, I was like, can you get the mosquito out? And he's like, okay. He left. He comes back and he just put incense up. He's like, it will get the mosquito out. I was like, no, it's just going to bring in more mosquitoes, but whatever. Lighting incense does not get mosquitoes out, but that's just me. But anyways, and then we got this, I forgot what was it called, but we got this, like, I got this little like a therapeutic thing. I don't know what's the word, but basically I would lay down and they had a chain and like a bowl and they filled it with oil and it had a little funnel that's like the size of a pencil. And they had the oil and I'm laying down and they had the oil just dripping, like just a constant stream of castor oil just dripping on my forehead, of warm oil dripping on my forehead. And I'm going to be honest, it was that like that for at least 25, 30 minutes. The first 5 minutes was actually therapeutic. But then after like 6 minutes in, you're like, is someone peeing on me? That was on my mind. I was like, someone peeing on me? It feels like someone's peeing on me. Showered. Took me a long time to just get all the oil out of my hair. And I left. I go to the lobby. And I'm filled with this mosquito bites all over. My lip is messed up. Ali's laughing at me. He's like, you look stupid. I'm like, dude, what a weird experience. The girls come out and they were like, yeah, the girls come out. They look at me and Ali and they go, yeah, we were basically molested during our massage. I was like, what are you talking about? They were like, shit. My girlfriend was like, they were massaging and she was like she had her hand and she was going in the crux of her ass crack. And they were like, she was massaging her boobs too. I was like, yo, what? And they were asking like, did y'all's massage therapist go any too deep? I was like, bro, he didn't get near my butt. He went like up to my hamstring, but that's it. And he didn't touch my crotch area. But yeah, they were like, yeah, like this guy, the girls literally like massaged like our ass crack and our boobs. And then Tahlil was like, at one point when the oil thing was like dripping down my forehead, at one point I could hear, my eyes were closed, obviously, because they like block your eyes because they don't want the oil to get into your eyes. And she goes, at one point my therapist, the massage therapist, leaves, like goes into the bathroom because there's like a bathroom shower in your own room. I hear her going into the bathroom, leaves the door open, peeing. And then you just hear like some noises, flushing, and then leave, and then leaves it, and then goes back to her. And she was like, I don't know if she washed her hands when she finished massaging me. Oh my God. Hey, you get what you pay for. And we paid too much for that. But India was fun though. We got to see some cool. We just saw monkeys all around. We were staying at a nice resort in Kochi. We got some cool shopping done, and I have a nice kurta now that I own. So anytime I'm invited to an Indian wedding, I'm just gonna wear that kurta. The coolest part in India was everyone thought I was Indian, and I could nail an Indian accent pretty well. So I just knew a few words. All I know is karna hai, which is I want. I think that's what it means. Or where is? Not sure. I already forgot. Or chahiye hi. So I'd be like this, bathroom karna hai. And I would just do the like little hand gesture and the bobblehead. And it's just, that is such a universal language in India. So you would be haggling and be like, acha, like water. And they go, water, and I do this. And then they do this. And then they bring me water. It's pretty great. And then they still just think I'm Indian. Until they start speaking like full Hindi to me. Then I'm like, I don't know what I'm like, you caught me. I don't know what else to do. But it was cool because I was paying the Indian prices. We were at the Red Fort. Me and the two other Indian guys, we paid, I'd say 50 rupees each. All the whiteys, they paid, I'd say like almost 1,000 rupees each. Like, I think it was like almost 15 times more the amount that me and the brownies paid. All because I kept saying I was Indian. I was like, and then they were like, what part of India are you from? Because they're speaking Hindi to me. I'll be like, oh, no, I'm from South India. I only speak Malayalam. Or was it Malayalam or Malaya? Whatever. But it was a lot of fun. All right. Let me try to fix this hair situation. Let's bun it up. Let's bun it up. Okay, well, that was a fail. Oh, well. What else? After India, I got back to Berlin. By the way, the week before India, I was in Berlin. I did some shows over there. It was a lot of fun. The comedy scene in Berlin is really cool. I think it's like, out of all the scenes in Europe outside of London, Berlin is the best comedy scene in Europe. It's really good. A lot of expats. So if you're an American comedian, you'll do pretty well because they're used to your accent. As long as you just stay away from certain references, you're going to do great. And I got paid pretty well each show. They paid me like 25, 30 euros, 40 euros each. That's not bad. I mean, I haven't done spots around LA, but yeah, if I do a don't tell show, they'll pay you like 40 or $50. But for the most part, they pay you more than other shows in LA. You don't really get paid much in LA. Just in comedy in general, the only way for you to make like good money is from like headlining and selling out shows, which I don't do. And that's why I'm still a tour guide. Anyways, I got back, and then a couple days later, I started my SoCal / mountain region tour. And that's when me and David, we did a nice little road trip around those 5 cities. We did Irvine, Vegas, Denver, Arizona, and San Diego, or Phoenix and San Diego. And it was a lot of fun. David is legit one of the best. He is the best opener and feature I could ask for. He not only tapes everything, he's absolutely hilarious, and he's just he's so low maintenance. I love people who are just low maintenance, And I'm going to have him back on the pod. He was on this podcast earlier this year, and he was great. We love anime. We were watching anime throughout the whole trip. We got into this anime called Blue Lock. Highly recommend it. If you guys are into anime, I highly recommend Blue Lock. It's really good. Basically, it's about, think Squid Games, but for soccer. It's the best way to explain it. It's basically they threw about 300 forwards or strikers, but 300 forward soccer players, and it's like, do you want to be the best striker in the world? And they just pin them against each other, and they try to be the best striker. And it's really good. So a lot of the running theme about the show. It's about ego. It's really good. It's about ego and what it takes to be the best and how egotistical can you be. It's pretty interesting. I highly recommend it. What else? Lots of cool stuff with anime. Finished My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer. Those are pretty good. But I'm excited for 2025. I think Kaijo number 8, season 2 is coming out. Okay, now I'm just alienating all of my 7 audience members except like one that likes anime. But I'm really excited for this year. 2025. Well, by the time this releases, 2025 has started. I'm calling 2025 the year of cooking. We're cooking this year. That's it. Doesn't matter about results right now. You're just cooking. You're trying to be better at your craft, trying to get better at just who you get a better body, get better who you are mentally, physically, financially. That's it. It's the year of cooking. I'm really just gonna focus. I'm not gonna tour as much other than the 6 cities that I'm doing that I already announced. But if you guys haven't heard, I will be in San Jose, Sacramento, and San Francisco, and then the week after I'll be in Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver. So check those cities out, please. If you live there, buy your tickets. But 2025 is the year of cooking. After that, I'm staying in LA, unless I'm offered like something cool to travel to, or like a college gig, or like Sammy Obeid hits me up and goes, hey, let's go to Australia or something like that, then yeah, I'll leave. But for the most part, I'm staying in LA. I'm working on content. I'm working on this podcast. I'm working on my mental health and my body. I'm fat now. Look at that. Hold on. Look at those chubs. You're getting so big. Yes, you are. You're getting so big. Anyways, I'm going to go work out after this. But yeah, man, this is something that I just wanted to get on this podcast and just catch up with everybody and, just inform the breadheads and breadcrumbs what I have been doing, where I have been since I last recorded. And yeah, I'm just happy to be back in LA. I'm happy to be in LA and just work on everything, just enjoy the holidays. And yeah, I'm grateful now. I'm not in a sad boy mood anymore. I was sad. I was pretty down on myself. I was being a big bully to myself last week, just considering myself a failure. But at the same time, I'm not going to quit. I will never quit stand-up comedy. I've sacrificed too much to get to this level. So, and if I were to quit today, then all the sacrifices I've made meant nothing. So from the bottom of my heart, if you are listening to this podcast, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting in me, because you guys believe in me when I don't believe in myself. So I'll end it on that note. But yeah, follow me on Instagram. Share my stuff. I'm looking forward to what this year is going to provide. And I hopefully get to meet all of you guys too this year, on to more shows, to more success, to not only me, to everyone who is listening to this podcast. Thank you guys so much, and have a happy Monday.